Hey guys, Captain Henson here. So, finally decided to read the last three books of the Junior Jedi Knight series. I really enjoyed the first three books. And, yeah. So, first thing of note is Rebecca Mosta, however you pronounce it, took over writing duties from Nancy Richardson. She also wrote the Young Jedi Knight series with her husband, Kevin J. Anderson. So, I guess going through, starting off with book 4, Anakin's Quest. Now, moving forward, when I say Anakin, I am referring to Anakin Solo, just in case I mention Anakin Skywalker at any point. So, book takes place around 3 months after the Golden Globe trilogy. And so, they took a break. Anakin's now going back to the temple, to continue his training. Tahiri's there too. The plot of this book focuses on. So, with this book, something I was not expecting, and I got really excited. Near the beginning, Anakin has a dream. He sees Palpatine and Vader pretty much turning him to the dark side, or attempting to. And this is where I got really excited. He references the events of Dark Empire. Now, for those who don't know, in Dark Empire, I want to say this was a last-ditch effort, or one of his plans once all his clones were dead. Palpatine was planning to use the yet unborn Anakin Solo as his host body. So he claimed him, whatever. And also, as a continuation from the previous three books, Anakin has this fear that he can become, or that he'll become like Vader. Not only is he named after him, he's been. And also shares other similarities that wouldn't come about until the prequels, like being claimed by Palpatine early on in age, being good with droids. He's just a good mechanic overall. But due to this dream he had, he's afraid that he can go to the dark side. Now, and of course, some point, talks to Luke, so him, Tahiri, Tion, one of the Jedi Masters, and Ikrit from previous trilogy head off to Dagobah because Anakin remembers the cave that Luke went through. Try to figure things out. Along the way, we get a new character called Older. I hate him. Not as a character. As a character, I like him well enough. It's the fact that one of the things I liked about the first three books was the relationship between Anakin and Tahiri. Just had a really cute friendship going on. And Older is pretty much just a third wheel. He doesn't have the Force. He sneaks on board a ship, because he wants to become a Jedi, not realizing that that's not how it works. You need to have well, you need to have a high enough midichlorian count. He doesn't have enough potential in the Force, basically. Interesting thing is, of course, this was before midichlorian, so to determine Force potential, Luke looks into his mind and can't sense any pushback, I think is how he described it. So Older decides to come along. He complains a lot. And Anakin, Tahiri, and Older go into the cave, all of them seeing different things. And I won't spoil it here. This was a really good setup for the rest of this trilogy. It sets up Anakin's dilemma, which was there in the previous trilogy, but now it's the main focus. Tahiri and Anakin's relationship is adorable, as it was previously. And this trilogy also wants you to know and make it very clear that Tahiri is barefoot. And in this book, she slices her foot, so yeah, that's a fun visual. Continuing on with the connections to Dark Empire, we have Book 5, Vader's Fortress, which takes place on the planet of, I think it's Bas. Voon or June. And for those who don't know, this fortress was seen in Dark Empire. It's where I think it's where his followers got the clones or took one of the clones. Either way, they reference the events here. And of course, we all see the Vader statue that was destroyed in that book. And of course, a giant statue of Vader is sure to make Donnie happy. So, yes, this very much continues the plot line of Anakin trying to figure himself out, trying to determine what his place is. Now, in Anakin's quest, he did come to a conclusion, but in here, it's, backs it up, it strengthens it. Yeah, not much else more to say, but this also introduces the character of Orlok, who's a mage. He's a magician, can't do magic, but claims he can, and because Older is really wants to become a Jedi, he thinks that Orlok can actually help him achieve that. But I should point out that the reason why they're going to this fortress is because Tion, Jedi Master, and she's also a Jedi historian, got a lead that said that Obi-Wan's lightsaber was there. Luke couldn't go because he had other duties. Though I do think it's unfortunate, because we don't have a scene where Luke just is with this lightsaber. I would have liked that. I think it would have added a lot, but not the worst thing in the world. They also find a holocron, and this holocron is what Orlok was after. Yeah, not much else more to say. Kenobi's Blade, the sixth and final book in the Junior Jedi Knight series. And yeah, that is Orlok. And if you're wondering what's happening here, you can just read the book. But basically, he's able to do all this magic and force stuff because his suit has built-in electronics. So, like an actual magician, using tricks and stuff. So Older decides he really, really, really wants to become a Jedi. So much so that he steals Obi-Wan's lightsaber and the holocron go to Orlok so he can train quicker. The quick and easy route. Of course, that doesn't go well. He does learn his lesson, and by the end, he decides to become a pilot. Or like an emergency rescue pilot. And that's certainly one of the interesting things when it comes to this trilogy. Like, even before the prequel, Star Wars was making it very known that not everybody could become a Jedi. I mean, the idea that anybody can become a Jedi is dumb, in my opinion. But still, I do think it does make an interesting character. Not gonna lie. Really personifying the idea. Someone who really, really wants to become a Jedi, but because he doesn't have, or they don't have the potential, they can't become a Jedi. And they have to learn to accept that. There are other ways to help people. Yeah, not much else more to say. I mean, I think this trilogy is just as well written as the first one. Anakin and Tahiri's relationship is still just as good as it was there. Doesn't get too much development here, but it didn't need much more development. And plus, having the connections it does to Dark Empire is just like, honestly, I find it amazing. The fact that a young reader series can not only reference the first Dark Horse comic, but have that story play like an important role in the character development of one of its characters is honestly amazing. This is one of the reasons why the EU is one of my favorite franchises. Also, I would like to say that the covers here, again, are just like good and remind me of a time when the books actually put effort into their covers. So, do I recommend this trilogy? Yes. Of course, I would say read the first three first, but this story is self-contained. Alright, and I'm really excited to see where Anakin and Tahiri go from here on out. I already know Anakin's fate, unfortunately, and it really sucks because I really like his character. But what can you do? At least Tahiri's still around, see how she deals with that. That's going to be a sad day. So, what did you all think of this trilogy and the whole and the 6-book Junior Jedi Knight series as a whole? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Captain Henson signing off.